Chapter 9, Section 1, we are developing formulas for triangles and different quadrilaterals. And the first one, we're going to have a parallelogram. And the formula for the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So area equals base times height. It's kind of like a rectangle. Next one is a triangle, and that's my height, and that's the base. And the formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Area of a trapezoid, and this shape might be a little bit new. You have a base here on the top, we're going to call base 1. A base here on the bottom, and then your height. The formula for the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. Kite and rhombus are actually the same formula, and the formula is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. And let me remind you, this is what a kite looks like. Diagonal 1 will cut across that side, and diagonal 2 will be the up and down diagonal. And a rhombus is the same formula, 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, and this time your diagonals are right there, diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. So looking at our first example, we are asked to find the area of this parallelogram. Well, our base is 11, so our area will be base times height. We see the base is 11, but we have to figure out the height. Since this is a parallelogram, we know our opposite sides are congruent. And then right here we have a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus 30 squared equals 34 squared. Everybody shows a little bit different work on this one. I'm going to subtract 30 squared from both sides and then square root. And if you don't follow that, it's just kind of a shortcut for the Pythagorean theorem. And if you don't follow that, just do the Pythagorean theorem. So 34 squared minus 30 squared, and square root that. I think I did that wrong. 34 squared minus 30 squared equals, and then square root the answer. And the height then, in this case, is 16. To find the area then, base times height, 11 times 16 is 176 millimeters squared. Example B asks us to find the height of a rectangle. So for a rectangle, we have base times height. In this case, our area is 6x squared plus 24x minus 6. We know the base is 3 inches, and we're trying to find the height. So we're going to divide everything by 3. 6x squared divided by 3 is 2x squared. 24x divided by 3 is 8x. And 6 divided by 3, there's a subtract there, will be a subtract 2. and that will be your height. Letter C, the perimeter of the rectangle, in which this is the height and this is the base, or this is the area. So area is 28, which is equals 7 times the base times the height. When you divide both sides by 7, that tells us that the base is 4. And be careful, because we don't have our answer yet. This is 7, this is 4, this is 7, this is 4. So the perimeter of that shape is 4 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7, which ends up being 22 yards for the perimeter. Letter D, base of a parallelogram. This is the area, 79.8 x squared minus 42, and that is going to equal the base times the height. To undo this, we're going to divide everything by 2. 79.8 divided by 2 is 39.9, and we still have the x squared. 42 divided by 2 is 21, and that equals our base. Letter E, the area of a trapezoid, base 1, base 2, and the height. Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So the area is 1/2 8 plus 5 times 6.2. If you enter that into your calculator, make sure you do put the 8 plus 5 in parentheses. Without a calculator, 8 plus 5 is 13, and 1/2 times 13 times 6.2 is 40.3, and we are finding area, so that will be inches squared.